Happy Sunday. Today I have work again at 4 o'clock. I close the bar tonight, so hopefully it won't be too late of a night. But before then, I'm going to do my little stair stepper workout while I watch TV, do a little bit of yoga. I've already done all of my laundry for the week. I don't need to go grocery shopping because I went grocery shopping not too long ago, and I'm feeling really ready to start another great week off. This morning I started my day with a journal prompt from my soul therapy book, and it got me really thinking. And interestingly enough, the podcast that I listened to during my workout just furthered that completely unintentionally. But the prompt today was, where would you like to see yourself in 5, 10, 20 years? Write out how your life would look at each stage. And for the 5-year portion, that would put me at 33 years old. I felt really clear on my goals and the direction that I hope that my life is heading in. When I got to the 10 years, which is me at 38, I still felt very much aligned with what I said in the 5-year, just maybe bigger on a grander scale, something that, you know, in 5 years feels a little bit more attainable, and in 10 years, I hope is a little bit larger. But then when I got to 20 years, which would put me at 48 years old, which is not even old, like I can't even begin to wrap my mind around what my life would look like then, what I would want it to look like, what my goals are, and it really stumped me. So having had this journal prompt in the morning, I then did my workout at lunch today, just given the way that my day was going. And I listened to a podcast, and it was with the author of From Strength to Strength. And one thing that he talks about most is creating a retirement plan of happiness. So how can you prepare to be happy later in life? And specifically talks about how people in their 20s and 30s spend so much time doing and becoming and striving for success that there is no thought about what you'll be doing at 50, 60, 70, 80 years old that would allow you to feel good. If your definition of success at 25 years old is more money, more doing, more work, more external success, whatever that is to you, you know, recognition, respect, increases in job titles, whatever that may be, then what is your definition of happiness and success at 55, at 65? Can you retire then if your life is built around this constant workaholism that so many of us experience? It just really gave me something to think about, and I've been kind of wrestling with that all day, trying to figure out what is a sustainable happiness plan as well. Good Tuesday morning. Today is Tuesday, April 12th, and it's also payday. So I just checked my bank account pretty much as soon as I opened my eyes, and I made $277.70 after taxes this week from my training shifts at the bar only. So that doesn't include any tips, because when you're training, they pay you a higher hourly rate, but don't include you on any of the tips. So next week's paycheck will include 1 training shift and 2 bartending shifts. So I'm hoping that that number will be higher, just given that tips should hopefully be making up for it. But we'll see. I am going to put that $277 towards my credit card right now, so I'm really excited about that. Definitely any progress that I can be making in that direction would be amazing. As a reminder, I have 2 credit cards and a lot of debt. So the hope is that this additional income from the bartending job can cover that debt costs and hopefully help set me up for something a little bit more manageable and livable in the future. And with that, I'm going to get started on my morning routine. I did skip the gym this morning, but I've already carved out time in my calendar today for my lower body workout. Looking forward to that. And I'm going to start my meditation, make myself some coffee, and take Callie for a walk. It's like 75 degrees outside or something crazy like that, and I'm feeling super stressed about work. So I'm gonna sit down in the sunshine and enjoy a fudge bar. So it is Wednesday at about 6 o'clock, 6:15 maybe, and it's a beautiful day. It's about 80 degrees outside and just gorgeous. I am really proud of myself. The computer that I bought on Monday ended up crashing multiple times. I had bought it as an open box from Best Buy and was told that it was in excellent, perfect condition. And yet when I took it home, it continuously crashed and was having major issues. So I took it back today and was really anxious about having to upgrade to a new version, which would then be more expensive and not at the open box price. But I told them that I wanted it at the open box price and they gave it to me. So I have the new laptop arriving on Friday at the price that I spent for the open box, even though it's a brand new laptop, never been used. And I'm really excited to just feel like I kind of stood in my worth, knew what I wanted, knew what I needed, and got it. Now I'm starting to get kind of hungry, and I can't stop thinking about Chipotle, and I haven't had it in forever, I feel like, so maybe it's finally time. I am super stressed out about work. The thought of disappointing someone, even if I didn't know what I was doing was going to disappoint someone, the realization that I could potentially have done something to disappoint or upset another person, like, it's gut-wrenching. I just hate this feeling. I just hate feeling like work matters this much. Makes me like question me and like everything that I do and everything that I know. Makes me feel like I'm an imposter, like I don't know what I'm doing, like I'm not worthy. And that's freaking horrible. Like, it's my job, it's not me. Like, I cannot be my job. And so, I'm just frustrated that I allow it to affect me this much. One of my coworkers is always saying, like, we're not saving lives here. Like, it's paid media. I do paid media. I run ads. I don't know. I'm gonna meditate because I think I just need that. It's 1 o'clock on Thursday, and last night was some of the worst night's sleep I've had ever. I'm still feeling stressed about everything, and honestly I haven't taken any time to meditate, so I decided I wanted to step away from my computer and lie down for a little bit. I think I'll start with a meditation and then see if my body needs sleep and allow that for myself. Okay, so it's Thursday night and I just got my Amazon order of all of my new hair supplies. I watched a bunch of videos on best hair care practices. I thought about potentially purchasing one of those either like serums or oral pills that claim to help grow your hair, make your hair thicker, but I figured that maybe the better place to start was to actually improve the current things that I'm doing with my hair before actually adding on any sort of supplements, just so that I can make sure that any breakage that I'm causing or any damage that I'm doing to my hair health is something that I'm also taking care of before actually growing out more. So there were a couple of things, and I'll link the video in the description below that I watched most closely, but there were a couple of things that were recommended, and so that's what I ended up getting, was 4 items from a YouTube video that I watched. The first was a Wet Brush Pro. This is supposed to help to detangle and add to your hair shine. I believe from my understanding, it's also supposed to help like when you have oils at the top of your hair to actually bring them away from your scalp and down your ends, which is supposed to help to, you know, keep your ends a little bit more moisturized naturally and keep your scalp a little bit more clean, which can help going between washes. The next thing that I got was satin pillowcases. So this is a pack of 2 satin pillowcases. I got them in gray because that's the only color that I like. And I heard in this video and just in general that these types of pillowcases are supposed to be a lot better for your hair health and also for your skin. So I figured that this was a good investment for both of those things, since they're both things I'm trying to take care of better. The recommendation was to not use silk, just because silk apparently is a more absorbent fiber. So you'll actually end up absorbing more of your hair and skincare products into the pillowcase itself, whereas satin still gives you the effects of you know, more youthful skin and more healthy, unbroken hair, because it's not going to be quite as aggressive on your skin and hair, but it won't absorb any of your actual products. The next thing that I got was this pack of velvet scrunchies, and this is just so that I can stop relying on super tight elastics and things that are going to be pulling at your hair. So you'll see right now I've gotten a claw in right now, and these are great, but having actual ties is helpful too. And I heard that you're supposed to very loosely tie your hair up at night, so this will be good to wear in conjunction with the satin pillowcase. The last thing that I purchased was a microfiber towel, and this is for drying my hair as opposed to using cotton. Microfiber is a lot softer on your hair and will reduce breakage. Also, I heard in the video that you're supposed to kind of squeeze the hair as opposed to rubbing or aggressively drying, which is definitely some stuff that I normally do. And then the last thing, I already owned this product. I got this from Sephora, and it's a scalp massager. And I heard from a couple of different sources that engaging with your actual scalp and massaging it either with your fingers or with a tool like this is supposed to help increase blood flow, which increases scalp health and can kind of encourage the hair follicles to grow a little bit more. So I've been using this every night for about 5 minutes a night, just kind of going around my scalp. It feels amazing. I'm less concerned about length and more concerned about volume. So my hope is that all of these techniques that I implement help to maintain my hair the length that it currently is, stop that breakage, and keep things getting a little bit thicker as opposed to actually longer. Here comes crazy. It's about 8 a.m. on Friday morning. I just got back from the gym. I did my upper body today because I missed it yesterday, which it's normally my Thursday workout, and Friday is normally my leg day, but today is my double work day. So I have my day job until 5, and then from 5 until potentially as late as like 1 or 2, I have the restaurant job. So I figured that it was actually better if I kind of reserved some of my energy, because my leg day is a lot more tiresome and exhausting, and it includes my high intensity interval sprints that I do. So I decided that I was going to do that instead tomorrow, and then that way I would be a little bit more high energy, maintain some of my energy a little bit more for the rest of the day. Because it is going to be inevitably a very long day, I have a very big lunch slash dinner, I guess is what it would be, and pack myself a couple of granola bars that I bought at Target last night, and hopefully that will help sustain me throughout the day and through both of my shifts today. So right now I am going to get into my meditation and do my journal prompt, and then Callie and I are gonna go for a walk. My feet. Oh my God, my feet. My head, my feet, my everything, actually. Alrighty, week 8 complete. This is Let's Get Healthy Together, and you just watched the week 8 recap. I completed my morning skincare 6 out of the 7 days. I missed it on Monday morning, unfortunately, but I was able to do my PM skincare all 7 days this week. I worked out 5 of the 7 days and met all of my weightlifting goals, but unfortunately skipped the gym on both Wednesday and Thursday of this week. I only read 3 of the 7 days, but honestly, I was still pretty pleased with that, considering 2 of the nights I had to work and one of the nights I was extremely stressed out and was just not able to sit still. So 3 out of 7, it's definitely not where I want to be, but it's an improvement. I meditated 5 out of the 7 days. Unfortunately, I missed Monday after just sleeping in and not really feeling great. And then on Saturday, I missed it as well because my morning was just way too busy, going from oversleeping from a late night at work on Friday to having to get ready for work at 4 p.m. on Saturday. And I had another alcohol-free week, so no alcohol on any days this week. I gained a little bit of weight back, so I was down 8% by the end of last week. I'm now down 7.7% from the start of this journey. I really think that that's because of the increased level of stress and my poor sleep habits, which are causing me to skip workouts. So it's kind of this whole combination of I'm more stressed out, I'm sleeping poorly, I don't have good sleep habits, I'm missing workouts because of that, and then I'm eating more, I'm eating like less healthy things, all of this combined. So I've decided that I am going to stop sleeping with my phone by my bedside. Unfortunately, that will only happen halfway through this week because my new alarm clock arrives on Tuesday. I ordered one of those sunrise alarm clocks. So they're the ones that you set, like let's say you want to wake up at 6:30 and it starts to get brighter and brighter and brighter for the 30 minutes prior to your alarm going off. That way it's almost like you're being awoken by the sun. I think there's also some sound settings too, so you can like have birds chirping or waves crashing. So I'm really excited about that. And what I plan to do is have that by my bedside and my phone on my dresser, which I have to physically get out of bed in order to reach. The problem I've been having is that in the mornings I wake up, have slept poorly because I am either working late or I just have been scrolling on my phone too late. And then I sit there in bed and I scroll on my phone for another hour. Even if I wake up on time, I end up being on my phone way longer than I want. And that's part of the problem too, is that I'm missing these workouts because I'm not doing them first thing in the morning, which is really the only time that they really work for me. I think part of the reason I'm still not fully committed to this reading 7 days a week thing is that I'm kind of tired of this book. It's been good. I feel like I gained what I wanted from it. I have really massively, substantially cut back on my alcohol use. And I don't really know what these next 40 pages have in them, but I kind of don't care. I think that that's part of the problem, is that I am no longer feeling like I'm gaining value. So reading is becoming a chore. So I think what I'm going to do is let go of Quit Like a Woman. I think that it has served the purpose that it needed to serve, and I need to be okay with just moving on. There are literal millions of books in this universe. Like, there's no need to waste time reading books that I'm not gaining value from anymore. And it was a really valuable read. I'm really happy with it, but I don't think that I necessarily need this last 40 pages of hoo-ha, you can do it, because I feel pretty secure in my journey so far. I did buy A Return to Love. I believe it's by Marianne Williamson. I'll link that book below. It was a book that was recommended by Melissa Wood Health on her page. She said it was one of the 3 books that absolutely changed her life. And it's based on the book A Course in Miracles, which I hear about all the time. So I'm excited to start that. I hope that that one will also be really engaging and interesting. And if not, then it might just be time to pick up something a little bit more fun. I don't know. The last new goal that I'm going to implement this week is to do my scalp massage with my little massager or with my hands every night, and do a hair mask once a week. So this will hopefully help to increase the health of my scalp and therefore help my follicles grow more hair and healthier hair. And then the hair mask also hopefully will end some of that breakage that I've been dealing with. I do need to get a haircut, but I just haven't carved out time for that yet. So I gotta go get ready. It is Sunday, April 17th, and I have work at 4 o'clock. So I'm gonna go get ready for that. And I will see you guys next week for week 9. If you have any ideas or suggestions, things that you would wanna see, definitely drop them in the comments below. If you're not already subscribed, please definitely subscribe. It's super helpful and it means a lot. Turn on the notifications and let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks for another great week, and I'll see you guys next Monday.